Well, all right, folks. Tonight we got ourselves a story. I gotta review this beer. I want to talk to you about it. Let's see here. What glass do I want? So let's get this one, raspberry wheat beer. This was made by the contest winner of the 2020 homebrew contest, James Roush. Hopefully you can see that there. This refreshing wheat beer was brewed with our friends of the Central Street Farmhouse and the Maine Homebrew Competition winner, James Roush. Let me tell you about this guy. Let me tell you about, that contest, actually. Because I received second place in that contest. And had I gotten first place, this would have been my beer, made by Bangor Beer Company. And came so close to winning it that night, but let me tell you like this little backstory of like me, I guess, plus me like there's like this contest here in town, and for years, I mean, I have brewed beer for about, I don't know, 6 or 7 years now, and I just started to brew, and then it's like, hey, there's a contest like here in town, and like, oh no shit, that'd be sweet to like enter a small contest, you know. Hopefully I can like win it, you know, and because I love to like compete, you know, in like a contest kind of type stuff, because I don't know, I just like to actually compete. So for years I've entered this fucking contest, and for years, I mean years, I'm talking like probably like 3 or 4 years of just straight rejection, you know, rejecting, you know, just like, it's like, yeah, this year's the year, I feel good about this one beer, and it's like, and the, you know, list comes out, and it's always like, it's not me on the list, you know. First year, it's not me. Second year, not me. Third year, not me. Fourth year, not me. I think it was like 2000 19. They had the contest at Fogtown Brewing. This was in Ellsworth, Maine, and whoever. So he who wins the contest and gets your beer made by Fogtown Brewery and stuff, and you know, it's like so here's the thing, right? This like list comes out. There's like 4 people named, you know, and I was like, shit, I didn't make it. Fuck. And it's like, wait, see more. There's a thing that says see more, and I was like, I clicked on it, and then boom, there was my name. There was 5 people nominated for the 2019 contest, you know, and I was top 5 finalists like in the state, and dude, I was like on the ground screaming. I was like, yes, fucking right, yes, woo, you know, so fucking excited. I had finally placed in this contest, you know, after years. I'm just trying to make it, you know. To me, I was always like, I think these beers are good. I'm not sure, you know, and it's like for years I've been making them. It's like, dude, you make good beers, it's fine. And it's like, yeah, I know, but there's that contest in town, and I just want to fucking win that contest. For some reason, I just want to win that contest, you know? Because, like, to me, the contest means you're a top brewer of, like, Northern Maine. You know, it's like Bangor and up, you're a top fucking home brewer. So, to make the top 5, I was like, oh my fucking God, we're going to Fogtown, baby. We are going to Fogtown, you know? And, so, went to Fogtown, and, you know, great time, had some beers, knocked back, enjoyed the contest, and it was like, first place was, some guy, and then it was like, it's like, okay, who's gonna get the second one? Well, wait, here's the thing. First they called the second place, and it was like, the winner is blah, blah, blah. And it was like, okay, not me. It was like, okay, I still get a chance for first here. It's like, first place. I was like, the winner, the 2019 contest is some kid who made a cream ale, you know? And I was like, fuck, you know? And he's all like, you know, there's always like next year, Justin and stuff. And I was like, yeah, I'll be back. I'll be fucking back, you know? And it's like the playoffs. It's like I made the playoffs for the first time ever in 5 years, you know? And it's like I got a good chance at this fucking thing, and bang, I don't make it out the first round of the playoffs. So, you know, I go back to the board again, you know? I have a whole year to think of what to make. So in the meantime, I bought this barrel and stuff, and I was like, I'm gonna save that barrel like a stout, you know, make like a rye, a small rye stout, but like, you know, like a 5.8% or something like that, you know, and I'll make a stout, you know, and so I spent all my time. I really like concentrated like on this recipe, and I think it was like January. It's like, okay, time to make this stout, because the contest is in like March, so it's like I got like 2 months to have it like sit in the bottle and like, you know, age a little bit, kind of like come into its own, and especially being a barrel aged stout, the first beer to hit that barrel too, so it's gonna be extra barrely, and it's gonna be really good. So I was like, I had it planned out, you know. It was like middle of January, make the beer, stick that thing in the barrel for like 10 days or so, and you know, hope for the best, you know. Now, hang on a minute, just take a smoke here. I just need to relax, you know. I'm fucking uptight here. It's a story time, man. I gotta knock back on the pipe a little bit, you know. Enjoy yourself. So anyway, you know, I just kind of like, I'm like, hey, is contest happening this year? Yeah, it's happening. It's gonna be at Bangor Beer Company. That's who made this, you know. And I was like, cool. And I'm just being really quiet about it, really shy. Yeah, cool. Maybe I shall enter some beers. Ha ha ha. It's like, oh, I'm entering a beer, motherfucker. I'm gonna enter the fucking, you know, the fucking beer. This one's winning it, man. Like, I don't give a fuck, man. I worked my ass off on that beer, and you know, so I had a plan. It was all about that contest with that beer, and the contest comes around. I'm like, fucking right. So so I enter into the contest, and I wait to see who's in it, and it comes out so the beer, so the top 5 names come out, and who's first on that list? Me. You know, I'm the first person on that list that year. I was like, made it again for second year in a row. I was like, woo! Fucking right. You know, I was like, oh man, it's fucking on now. You know, I was so fucking excited for that stout, man. So, the stout was like so fucking good. It was like candy. It was like black candy. Man, I couldn't even like, the stout was so goddamn fucking like beautiful. it just came out beautiful, and I was like, man, I really got a good chance at it. So I purposely under carbed it just a little bit, because I typically like back in like 2020, I was kind of like I'm carving a little bit. So like my whole purpose was like, I'm gonna slightly undercarb this beer that was spot on, and cracked a few. I was like, yeah, pretty spot on. So really happy with it. So the contest comes up. I'm like, I just need to get out of my job at about like 7:30. Swing over to bring a beer company to fucking hoist my Lombardi. You know what I'm saying? And I felt really good about it. It's like when these things come up, these contests, these competitions come up, I'll start to like think about it in my head, and I go, how good are my chances really? And I tell you what, like I had the beer like several times, and I was like, this is a fucking dynamite beer. You know what I'm saying? I was like, to me, I was like, I don't care what happens. There's no way that I'm leaving this contest without second place, at least. Second or first. I was like, there's no fucking way. I'm like, this year's my fucking year. It's my fucking year. It's my fucking year. Now, they kind of take you back on like this whole like backstory is like fucking contests in my life. Every contest I have ever entered in my life, martial arts competitions, shit like that, like fucking like just not fucking placing, not anything. I've always fought hard in competitions, and I just have never won anything in my life, and I was starting to kind of think about that, like riding over to the Bengal Beer Company. I was starting to actually think about that. So I was like, for me to actually win it would be strange, because I'm not someone that actually wins competitions. So to me, I was like, I started to get like my first signs of like in my head was like the closer the competition came up, I was like, this is my championship. This is gonna be it. It's gonna be it. But the more I thought about it, the more I was like, for me to win would just be weird. It would be strange to be victorious, to just ever be victorious. Because I can't win fucking anything in my life. I've tried so hard in other competitions, like I said, and I was like, for me to just simply to just win would be odd. So here I am, just hanging out like at a red light, and I start to think about that, and I start to play this a song, that's like it's a Stan Rogers song. It's like oh, there'll be flowers in Bermuda, beauty lies on every hand, and there'll be laughter, and breaks for every man, but there is no joy for me. And that's my favorite line of that song, because I love the fact that it's like the guy in the song is talking about he's a ship, like he's a captain, like of the ship, and for him there's some sort of like strange like there's a pride almost in the fact that you don't there's victories for other people, but there is no joy for me, because that's not my job. My job is to work hard and keep my head down and grind. And so I heard that song, and I was like, you know what? I was like, it's so beautiful. I was like, tonight I'm gonna get second place. I knew it in my heart. And I stopped into the Bengal Beer Company, and there was Mike, my friend Mike, and it was like my friends. There's a small group of friends that I had come over, because I was planning on being victorious. And it was all like, so dude, how do you feel about your beer? I was like, dude, I'm going to fucking win. Because I had to keep that confidence. I wanted to kind of shoo that thought out of my head of getting second. The contest wasn't over. Hadn't been named yet, you know, and so I said to myself, I was like, Jesus, man, I was like, I got to be confident. I have to still keep my head up and think I'm going to win this thing, you know. You can't go into a championship match and be like, I'll be happy if I lose. It's like, no, man, like, championship ain't over. He might fuck around and win the fucking thing. So, this competition means so fucking much to me, you know? It's like, to me, it's pride. Because I love to brew so much. And if I was to win, it would just mean so much, you know? It would just mean everything to me. So, so it's like, hey, I'm coming up to the brew house. There's going to be the competition is in the brew house. And let's go about the brew house and walk around and check things out. And all these things, and we will list off the top 2, you know. And I was like, cool. And I'm scoping out the brew house, and I walk around the corner, and you know, chatting with the brewmasters and stuff. And it was really fun. And sweet fucking brew house, you know, a small little place. And I turned the corner, and there's like 4 barrels that are like piled up. There's 2. There's one on top of each other. So it's 2 side by side, boom, boom, and I'm just like staring at the barrel, and I'm kind of like, what's that black stuff kind of coming out of this barrel, you know? And I'm like, you know what? That's a stout that's in those barrels. I was like, you know what? There's no way that my beer can win tonight. It's physically not possible to win tonight because these guys have 4 barrels that are full. There's no way that they're gonna go and purchase more barrels for my beer so they can put it out. It just wouldn't make sense to me. And I was staring at those barrels, and I was like, okay, second place. You know, at this point in my mind, I'm pretty convinced. You know, I'm like, there's no fucking way. You know, there's no way I'm gonna win this. I was like, fuck. I was like, you know what? I was like, second place would be all right. You know, and I just had a smile on my face. I felt good. You know, and it was like, oh, it was a good fucking time at that place. Just having beers and just kind of like knocking back and chatting with friends, just having my whole crew there, you know, and so I'm gonna crack this fucking beer. I can't sit around and talk about it anymore. I gotta let you check it out too. This is the first place beer, like from that competition. I just want to smell it. Oh my fucking god! Okay, this is a good beer. I actually haven't had this, so this is like my first time checking the beer out. The beer that took me down. This is the beer that took me down, folks. It's wheat beer too, so you know, pour it a little bit, stir it at the end. Get that fucking yeast in there a little bit. Wow, this looks good. It's almost like jam. It's like raspberry jam. It has that jammy smell. Bang at the very beginning. It's a really like it's like raspberry seed. Man. Oh, that's good. Raspberry Moon. Raspberry wheat beer. By James Roush. He's about he's about 60 years old. You know, gray hair. He's a very a Santa Claus looking guy. Very jolly looking. You know, he was all smiles at night. at the contest, and he seemed really perched up for like victory. He was kind of like sat in the corner a little bit, like standing up, and he was just kind of like had a big rosy grin on his face, and I was like, yeah, James Roush, I mean, he brews good beer. He's got some. He just makes fucking good beer, and I can make my beer as good as I can, but I think James really understands the certain aspects of every beer a little bit more than I do. I would definitely say that he's probably been he's probably been like making beer for probably 25 years. You know what I'm saying? And so for me to want to go up against him in a competition, 6 years in experience, I'm gonna take down James Roush. It's almost like good fucking luck to you, But I mean, so swinging, man, went down swinging. So they go, okay, this year's second place winner. All the beers were good. I think there was like a fall time spice beer. There was a prickly pear lager that some kid made. There was like a beer or something, some kind of a cream ale. James's beer and like my stout, barrel aged stout, and he's like, this year all the beers were very good and all that stuff. And so I'm gonna say this year's second place winner is J McKay. And I was like fucking floored, man. The cool part about second place the sweet thing is like my recipe stays with me, because the first place guy has to give up his recipe. So these guys now own this beer. Like, although James Roush made it, these guys can fucking claim it. So to me, who's the real winner here? And the thing is, this also is I've had he put in like 2 or 3 beers. He did, and so here's the thing: he got first place, he got third place, and he got fourth place because because of his other beers and stuff, like which he entered like in the contest. It's a multi-beer like entry, like for the contest here. So my one beer took down 2 of his, and I still get to keep my recipe, And they're just like talking to me. He's all like, "Yeah, man, this was a amazing stout." He's like, maybe the greatest wood beer that we've ever had added to the contest. And that to me was just like, wow, fucking wow, So I was I was like, wow, oh my god, thank you. And he's just like, one of the best stouts we've ever had, and blah blah blah, and it's really really fucking good. And I was like, jeez, man, no way. So. And then, first place, James Roush, and he's all happy and jolly, and I'm like, good for him, And I was like, man, I was just really happy, and so I also had a six pack of my beer like with me. So I handed my beers out to the other contest to the other contest home fucking brewers. Wow, I couldn't get that word out. And I chatted with them and shook all their hands. We had a good time, and I took home a 50. Hang on a second. Wow. I took home a $50 Central Street Farmhouse card. So that was fucking sweet, man. I got second place, but to me it's a moral victory. That was a great fucking time, and I had some beers, and it's like, well, it's fucking time to head home, you know, and hopped in the car and fucking drove home. Had a joint in the car, pre-rolled. A pre-celebratory joint already rolled. Man, I had that shit, man. I mean, because I thought I was going to win. You know, I had a celebratory joint ready for my victory ride home. You know, I did. That's how confident I was. So, I drove home. I was fucking grinning from ear to ear. I got second place in the Maine Homebrewers Competition. You know what I'm saying? Man! Fuck! It's badass! Damn! I gotta fucking celebrate this. James, cheers to you, buddy. First place is a beautiful thing, and this beer is not bad at all. Boy, that's really good. Man, to me, this style is like not a, I'm not crazy on it, and just a typical like wheat beer to me is just so fucking boring, you know. But so to me, those styles of beer have to have a fruit in it, like a cherry wheat or like raspberry wheat, and his raspberries are fucking beautiful. So, he did a great job. He really did. This is a good beer. But one of my beers took down two of his. You know, I made it to the Super Bowl. I lost. You know, I lost to Tom Brady, like in overtime. You know, fuck. You know, I'm like fucking like Matt Ryan or something. That's what I felt like. You know, I went toe to toe with James Roush, man. Almost had him. Arrgh! Shit. Anyway, you know, I've just smoked a fucking joint the ride home. Was like, tonight I'm gonna fucking drink some beers when I get home. It's a celebration, bitches. You know, and I was so fucking happy, man, to fucking get second place. So yeah, that's the story time for the night, you know. Fucking drove home. I had to pee so bad. I fucking stopped the car like right smack in the middle of the street. Just like got out of my car and just took a piss right in the middle of the road. Didn't even give a fuck. There was no fucks given that night. Fucking smoking a joint, taking a piss in the middle of the road. I didn't give a fuck. Bring it on. Bring it on. Are you gonna stop me? You stop me tonight? Fuck no. Only one who's stopping me tonight is James Roush. You know? So, bring it on, James. We're fucking coming for that crown, baby. And here's the thing. 2021. Fucking no contest because of the fucking... this whole, like, this thing that's going on, you know? So, of course, like, there's nothing easy for me in life. Like, of course there's not going to be a contest the following year. Of course there won't be. Because in order for me to win, I have to wait another year to hoist my Lombardi trophy. And this year coming up, there's no homebrewers competition, I don't believe, coming up this year either. So, it might be 2023 that I'm victorious. So, yeah. 2023, man. And, you know, so shit. But that crown is mine. I'm coming for that shit. I want it. As soon as I win that contest, I'm just gonna like, you know, I'll be thrilled, man. That'll be it for me. You know, I have to win it. I gotta win one thing in my life. And that fucking Central Street Farmhouse Maine Homebrewers Competition, that motherfucker is someday gonna be mine. I don't give a shit. So, on that note, folks, that's my beer story for tonight. I went home that night and fucking partied with the cats. Me and Monterey, we knocked back a few beers. Had a tick on you, buddy? You do, don't you? Fucking A. Fucking ticks. Jesus Christ. Anyway, guys, yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that that's the story, and I'm sticking to it. That was kind of weird with the tick thing, but, you know, don't mean if that interrupted anything, but gotta get my ticks off my boys here. I love my big cat. I do it all for you, Mont. You know, competitions, man. You know, there's a thing I heard one time. It's like, look, luck is not luck is not luck, but luck is being prepared for the opportunity when the opportunity presents itself. And I was prepared for that Maine Homebrewers Competition because I knew when it was happening. I could prepare my beer around the actual time frame of the competition. So, yeah, luck is being prepared for the opportunity when the opportunity presents itself. And I think with more years of experience, if there's no Homebrewers Competition this year, that's fine. That's a whole other year of me creating beers, you know? So, believe me, when that competition comes around, 2023, that motherfucker is mine. Come on. Oh, he goes, Daddy, don't take it so hard, Daddy. He goes, you'll get it. When I do, Mom, I'll come home, we'll have a big old bowl of catnip ready for you. Oh, he likes the idea of that. Cheers, guys. James Roush, good beer. Really good fucking beer. Does it beat my beer? Probably. You know, it probably does. But I don't think by much. I mean, a stout compared to a wheat beer have to be a really good fucking wheat beer and to knock down a barrel-aged stout. In my book, you know, this is a pretty goddamn good wheat beer. Good job, James. First place, buddy, has never tasted so good for you. But second place, you know, just gonna keep on striving, baby. I'm gonna get that fucking thing. So on that note, Keag Haus, we're out. Story time's over, and thanks for tuning in. Love you guys, and the journey continues. And when I win that title, man, believe that shit. I'll make a video, and you'll see all about it. So yeah, on that note, I guess I'm out. Cheers, folks. Check out this Raspberry Wheat by James Roush. Not too bad. That's the actual color, probably like right about. Yeah, that's the color. Whatever. You know, not bad. Huh. So, all right, guys. Cheers.